going to start off with a list, but I need y'all to agree to something first, okay? There you go. Thank you. The times and moments and places in my life when I felt most united with myself, how God created me, with my fellow human beings, my fellow beloved children of God, and with all of God's creation, are these. Now remember, you're not supposed to take offense to this, okay? 1A/B, the day I married my wife, the first second I held my child. Number 2, when I volunteer at the Miracle League, or in California they call it the Challengers League. And then number 3 is church, all y'all, hanging out with all y'all, okay? Now, for those of you who haven't heard me talk about the Miracle League or the Challengers League and don't know what it is yet, it's an organization that allows differently gifted kids and youth to play baseball together. Now, if you've been here long enough, you've heard me tell a bunch of stories about it, and I have another one for you today, so just bear with me. Growing up, I volunteered every Saturday I could during baseball season at the Miracle League. And every beginning of the season, you'd show up, you'd check in, and they'd give you a buddy to play with, a friend to play baseball with, right? And so you would have these teams of differently gifted kids who had friends who were baseball players or coaches or different people in the community. And so the first season that I showed up, I was 16 years old, and I got assigned to this kid named Ian, who was also 16. And so I walk into the dugout, and everybody's just hanging out there waiting for their friends to show up. And I said, hey, Ian, I'm your buddy for this season. Like, I'm super excited to play baseball with you today and every Saturday until the end of the year. Like, how are you doing? And before Ian even said anything to me, he just got up and gave me a big hug. He goes, I love you. I was like, thanks, bro. I love you too. And I was like, how you doing, Ian? He goes, I'm great. And he stuck his hand out and said, hi, I'm Ian. I was like, hey, Ian, I'm Corey. And then he goes, and? I was like, I remember 16-year-old Corey, not like 34-year-old Corey. And what? He goes, well, I'm Ian, and I'm an artist. I was like, oh, that's really cool, Ian. And I was like, okay, do you want to go play catch? Right? 16-year-old me not knowing that God is showing up and being like, hey, hello, dude. Like, I'm showing up right here. I'm trying to teach you something. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Do you want to go play catch? He goes, no, and tell me about you. I was like, well, I'm Corey, and I'm a baseball player. And Ian goes, oh, okay, I'm Ian, and I'm a better baseball player than you. I was like, absolutely, bro. You're totally right. You're way better than me. And he goes, okay, and points back at me. And I go, I'm Corey, and I like to surf. So I'm a surfer. I'm a surfer. Right? And 16-year-old me in the back of my head, I'm like, dude, it's 8 a.m. Like, they didn't email me this week saying, like, you were going to get interviewed by this brilliant 16-year-old kid. And he goes, okay, I'm Ian, and I have Down syndrome. And I know most people in the world judge me for that, but I love myself. And 16-year-old Corey goes, in the back of my mind goes, okay, bro, I really don't know how to react in this conversation. Let's just go play baseball. And I was like, that's awesome. He goes, and what about you? I'm Corey, and I have anxiety. He goes, okay. I was like, do you want to go play catch? He goes, no, I'm not done yet. All right, bro. We can stay in here all day. He goes, I'm Ian, and I'm a good son. I was like, what about you? It's like, okay, I'm Corey, and I don't even remember the rest of the ands I gave because, like, I was just pulling anything out of my head, like, and I'm colorblind, and like this and that. And Ian would give like the most heartfelt, deep answers. Like, I'm Ian, and I'm bullied at school because I'm unique. And we went back and forth and back and forth, and then he ended with this. I'm Ian, and God loves me, and I'm awesome. And he dropped that truth bomb, and then it was like, all right, let's go play catch. And I 16-year-old me is like, wait a minute, what just happened? But okay, I want to get out of this scenario because I don't understand how God's really at work here. And looking back on it, I realized that Ian was in a place that Paul is dreaming for us still even today. Ian was in a place where he understood who he was. He understood the ways in which he could describe himself, his characteristics, the things that made Ian Ian. And he understood, because he was in this next level of spirituality that I'm still trying to get there. And honestly, I think our society's trying to get there. Or he flipped the things that people judged him for on their head and said, yeah, you might judge me for this, but this is what makes me awesome. You might judge me because you put me in this box and this box because of my descriptors. Because I might look like this, or express myself like this, or be interested in these things. But this is what makes me unique. Ian was doing something already every day of his life that Paul is calling us to do even now. I honestly think we're in the spot we're at, maybe not at this community and not at this church, but as a global world of hatred and division, because we struggle as human beings of doing what Ian did, which is looking ourselves in the mirror and uniting all of ourselves, of saying, I am Corey. I'm a son. I'm a husband that's learning how to say, yes, you're right. I'm a dad that's learning how to say, I love you with my words and my actions. I'm a beloved child of God who has anxiety and depression, who absolutely loves talking to my therapist every week about how human I am. I'm a church leader. I'm a baseball coach. I'm someone who's sad and upset by what's going on in our world. But I'm a beloved child of God. And I am someone who, along with all of y'all and a lot of other good people in this world, are trying to unite this world for good. I am someone who got disappointed this week by things that were said by leaders, by things that were done in our country. But I know that Paul is calling me, and Jesus is calling me every day to do what Ian did to himself, to unite all people in their belovedness. Now, the story doesn't end there, okay? Every game, Ian would find someone he hadn't had a conversation with yet, and he'd go up to them, and he'd do the same thing. And we used to joke as leaders of the Miracle League, being like, hey, you're not fully in to the Miracle League yet. You're not fully a part of that awesome beloved community unless Ian kind of does the and tell me more and tell me more. I would love for us as a society to get to the place where all the things that we use to divide us, race, gender, sexual identity, where you're born, what the color of your skin is, what food you like, how you vote, what religious organization you want to go to, what sports teams you cheer for, who your favorite artist is, all the things that we might divide each other for and around are what unite us. Because I think that's what Paul's envisioning. But I think the only way we can get there is to first unite ourselves with our Creator, with our Christ, and love ourselves fully. And then we go out each day and we interact with one new person or somebody we've known our whole life and say, and tell me more, and tell me more, and tell me more. Because to be honest, the times that I have built barriers in between me and another beloved child of God have been because I haven't been curious. I haven't been seeking to understand more. Whether I agree with how they're living their life and their views or not, The times that I have built barriers between me and a fellow beloved child of God is because I am not okay and not courageous enough to say, and tell me more. Tell me how you're beloved. Tell me how you are unique. Tell me more. If there's one thing that I pray that we can do this week, is to name how we're unique, to see how other people are unique, and realize that's not what divides us. That's what unites us. Our differences unite us. Our similarities unite us. God created us uniquely for a reason, because we're all united as unique human beings. So the next time you look in the mirror, say something beautiful about yourself, and then say, tell me more. The next time you have a conversation with someone, remind them of their belovedness through your words or your actions, then tell me more. One day, we'll not worry about how we describe each other. We'll have something else to work on. But right now, let's be united.